WÆKEA kākou. This is Mele and MOʻOʻŌLELO. Sharing Mele. And then the MOʻOʻŌLELO behind those Mele. Today's Mele, Kapapaʻīalaka. He mele he aloha no na kupuna kahiko no he e ia no KANEHULIHONUA me KEAKAHULILANI no ke keiki ala ua Kapapaʻīalaka. Let's try that one more time. He mele he aloha no na kupuna kahiko no he e ia no KANEHULIHONUA me KEAKAHULILANI no ke keiki ala ua o Kapapaʻīalaka. O ka wā mamua pono o ka wā mahope pono i ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka oia i ono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻopono pono. No ka puku i akua no ka waina o akane no ke onekea o ka hakaha ea no ka lepo ele ele hauli uli no ka lepo alaia ke kupuna kahikoloa o ka wā mamua pono o ka wā mahope pono i ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka oia i ono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻopono pono. No ka puku i akua na ka waina o akane no ke onekea o ka hakaha ea no ka lepo ele ele hauli uli no ka lepo alaia ke kupuna kahikoloa o ka wā mamua pono ka wā mahope pono i ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka oia i ono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻopono pono. No ka hiko lua mea no kupulana ke hau WΑKEA li hau pula me mākulukulu kalani na kupuna ke ia o lili noe o mauna kea na moʻopuna no Kapapaʻīalaka ma he e ia. O ka wā mamua pono o ka wā mahope pono i ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka ʻoia i ono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻoponopono. No ka hikolua mea no kupulana ke hau WΑKEA lihau ula me mākulukulu kalani na kupuna ke ia o lili noe o mauna kea na moʻopuna no Kapapaʻīalaka ma he e ia. O ka wā mamua pono o ka wā mahope pono i ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka ʻoia i ono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻoponopono. O ka wā mamua pono o ka wā mahope pono i ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka ʻoia i ono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻoponopono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻoponopono na ka ʻōlelo akua e hoʻoponopono. Every time I write one mele, haku ia no i ke kahi mele, I just really love that mele. Until tomorrow when I write one new one. That one just went out the door and then the new one come inside. Hoʻokipa no me ia'u, come visit me i ka ʻōlelo Hawaii with our ʻōlelo and hoʻokani o ka pila ukulele. Yeah. And then, tomorrow the next song will be more better than this song. But you know, each and every mele, of course, has very deep meaning, and they were written for, of course, a purpose. And we kupuna of He'eia, the noho papa, the descendants of the Aina, the Iwi o ka Aida, who have never left, and our Kuleana lands are still there in He'eia. We are the noho papa. We have not moved. We still pilipono no to our Aina in He'eia. So, a couple months ago, I was standing and fighting for our kupuna. That was KAPAPA'īALAKA and the ahualaka. Fighting for our kupuna because we're the mo'opuna. That's our role and responsibility. That is our kuleana, to go. Like our kupuna, when malama mai a mākou, mai ka mākou wā kamaiki no, wa keiki, wa opio, wa makua. We have to also, as the descendants, stand up and mālama pono these vahipana who are actually kupuna of the aina of He'eia. And He'eia is magical, mystical place. And you know, we learn from a very young age. I ko malama ana no o ka aina, I ko ka aina malama ya oe. When you take care and how you take care of the land, going to be how the land going to take care of you. I ko malama ole o ka aina.
Recording in progress.
I ko ka aina malama ole ya oe. And how you don't take care of the land will also not take care of you. Ahuli ka aina, ainahu, no ka aina oe, and then the land going to come back and bite you. And we are very ma'a. We saw kama aina to this kind of olelo mai na kupuna mai kawaha no o lako in kawaha kama ikino. So we know we will learn this, right? Because He'eia is a land of many mo'o'olelo and many kupua. From the time of the goddess Ke'ahulilanani, where Ke'ahulilanani, when ho'onoho iki I mau kupua iki I aina, where she established these kupua / kupuna in this aina of He'eia. From the time of Pele Ma, that is Pele, Hi'iaka, Ka'ohelo, Malulani, Waialani, this ancient kupuna that have MOʻOʻŌLELO history, stories, Nauenola ko iki ia aina, and they moved to this place. Anohonola ko iki ia aina, and they lived in this place. Yeah. But during the time of the Mokuhia, where things were split apart, the time of Kapapaʻīalaka, you know, things began, of course, to shift. The shifting of the plates. These are important things to remember, because when you look at the Kai o Malulani, that's not just Kai o Malulani, that's not just ocean water. That ocean water is connected, is a kinolau of Malulani. When you talk about the ko'a moku o He'eia, it's not just the reefs and the hills of He'eia, but that is the pelakapu o Malulani. That is the flesh of the goddess Malulani. There is nothing in He'eia that is not connected to a kupua, or akua wahine, akua kāne, no ki ia aina nei o iho i o He'eia. These are very, very important things to know and understand. That when you're going to come into He'eia, and you're going to hana ino He'eia, and these sacred places, e malama pono, be very cautious. I ko malama o ka aina me ka pono, I ko ka aina malama ya oe me ka pono. On the other hand, I ko malama ole o ka aina, I ko ka aina malama ole ya oe, huli ka aina ai nahunahuni ya oe. And then we see the outcome of when we, even our own lahui and others, don't pay attention to, of course, these very ancient words, these olelo no eau. And again, why are they important? Well, You know, we're very fond of conveniently using I ka'olelo keola, I ka'olelo kamake. Well, the time has come we should believe in these things, know, understand, and connect to them. The language is powerful. He olelo akua ka'olelo Hawaii. It is a language of our akua, our God. He olelo aumakua ka'olelo Hawaii. And it is a language that connects to our aumakua. And this is where the word ho'oponopono comes in, because the realm of the aumakua is the connection, our connection to ho'oponopono. He olelo kupuna ka'olelo Hawaii, yes. And our language is what connects us to our kupuna. And I always say this, yeah. The language is our mana. If there is any concern about any situation, hulia imi iloko ka olelo kupuna, look into the language. In the olelo no'eau are many, many messages, yeah, that are good for us today. The messages that, of course, our kupuna have left for us, so that we don't go astray from who we actually are, but we follow them. We follow them through the olelo Hawaii that has been left for us. And when you cannot follow the olelo akua, when you cannot follow the olelo aumakua, when you cannot follow the olelo kupuna, then we are disconnected. We are no longer connected to that pono. So then the understanding of ika olelo keola and ika olelo kamake, deeper insight to the understanding of these things. Today's mele is called KAPAPA'ÍALAKA. He mele he aloha no nā kupuna. This is a song. This is a reflection of aloha no nā kupuna, for the kupuna. Nā kupuna kahiko no he ia, for the ancient ancestors of the ahupua of He'eia. No KANEHULIHONUA me KEAKAHULILANI, for the kupuna, the ancient kupuna, kupuna kahiko, KANEHULIHONUA, and KEAKAHULILANI, his vahine. And KANEHULIHONUA and his vahine KEAKAHULILANI, ahanau ia maino, he keiki, o ke keiki ala ua o Kapapaʻīalaka. So when KANEHULIHONUA came together with KEAKAHULILANI, they had a child, and that child was KAPAPAʻīALAKA. And KAPAPAʻīALAKA, very, very ancient kupuna of He'eia. Well, this is important for me to reflect on, because when I spoke about many months ago, I was actually being accused by some people of being an ignorant kupuna, because I dare to make a comparison between the sacredness of MAUNA and the sacredness of KAPAPAʻīALAKA and Ahualaka. Well, the truth is, and the mele is going to reveal the entire genealogy of that family. And yes, KANEHULIHONUA and KEAKAHULILANI, the first and foremost male and female in the genealogy, produced an heir, a son. That son was known as KAPAPAʻīALAKA. And KAPAPAʻīALAKA is the kupuna of WΑKEA, Lihau'ula, and Mākulukulukalani. And if KAPAPAʻīALAKA is the kupuna of WAKEA, MAUNA WÀKEA, MAUNA KEA, then he is also the kupuna of Lilinoi, Kawahine o ka Mauna. You see, kupuna, we know and understand many, many things because we have lived long, we have experienced much, and we have been committed and dedicated as well as trained by other kupuna to express the knowledges that we do. So, being called an ignorant kupuna only inspires me to write a song about KapapaʻÍALAKA. So again, in the genealogy, KANEHULIHONUA is the Kane, KEAKAHULILANI is the Wahine, and their keiki, KAPAPAʻÍALAKA. Now, let's go to the chorus. So the chorus says, O ka wā māmua, māmua pono. You see, the past has been placed in front of us, rightfully so, for us to follow. O ka wā māmua, māmua pono. Our kupuna, who came before us, our akua, who came before us, our aumakua, who came before us. Aia ka wā māmua, māmua pono. You see how that works? We, in the present, keia wā, we aspire their wisdom, their enlightenment, their knowledge. Aia ka wā māmua, māmua pono. The second line of the chorus says, O ka wā māhope, māhope pono. The future is behind. Because in the present, we follow the past. What is behind, which is the future, will follow us. And that is the mo'okupuna, that is the pono of kupuna. That is the mo'oʻAukua, the mo'oʻAumakua, the mo'okupuna. O ka wā māmua, māmua pono no. O ka wā māhope, a māhope pono no. I ka ʻōlelo kupuna, and in the ʻōlelo kupuna. Now when I use the term ʻōlelo kupuna, I speak about the kupuna that went ʻōlelo to me. Iwa wahinya li'i kanae. Frank ka'aia li'i kanae. Emma DeFries, Iulani Luahine, and the many, many kupuna that I followed and learned from during my lifetime. So, when I say I ka ʻōlelo kupuna, ka oia I ono, the truth. Yeah, that's the truth that was shared to me when I was a haumana of these wonderful teachers. But it also reflects that in our language, especially in the ʻōlelo no eau, in the pule, in the oli, in the mele, are beautiful, beautiful words, powerful words, ʻōlelo mana mana. And for us to be able to understand o ka wā māmua māmua pono, we have to look at these words. It's not just words, but the words that came from akua, the words that came from aumakua, the words that came from kupuna, and follow those words. Because then you're not going off track. See, the word going to keep you in the line that you need to be in to connect. Pilina I ke akua, pilina ina aumakua, pilina ina kupuna. Because it's all connected in the realm of pono. Pono, what was set down before us, that we are a part of, and that the generations that follow must come to know and understand in their placement within that pono. Everybody moving, hopefully, in that same direction. Then it says, MOʻOʻELO akua, because the word, the first time it was uttered to man was when Kane said to KANEHULIHONUA, e ku, kalamai, eola e ku, have life and stand. Eola e ku. And that man, that first man, KANEHULIHONUA, did so. So you see how everything is connected and how it's all connected to the pono. The pono of the akua, the pono of the aumakua, the pono of kupuna. Through the olelo, the olelo. Then we come to the second verse. So we did the first verse, and then we did the second verse, the chorus. So now we're coming to the second verse. So the second verse says, Lokapuku'iakua. So it was from the gathering of the akua, specifically ku, kanelono, and kanaloa. They are known as the puku'iakua. So when the puku'iakua gathered, nakawai na'o akane, with the saliva from the god Kane, nakawai na'o akane, no keone kea o kahakahaʻea. They took the white sand of kahakahaʻea. Kahakahaʻea is in our ahupua'a of he'eia, but it is on Mo'okapu. So remember, he'eia goes from Pali'ioleka'a all the way down across Ko'amokomoko o he'eia to Mo'okapu. So the white sands of kahakahaʻea, the black, gray, blue soil, and the red soil. And from all of this, the akua created the first man. So let me reiterate. So the akua gathered in He'eia. The place they gathered was Kahakahaʻea, or some say Mololani. They took the white sand of Kahakahaʻea. They took the black dirt, the blue-gray dirt. They took the red dirt. And the gods created this figure. Now, to hold all of this together, the god Kane took his saliva, mixed it in with all of the soil and sand, and they created the first man, the kupuna kahikoloa. So when we say we come from the aina, yeah, we do. We are ivihanau of the aina. So the first man, we go back to the first verse, was KANEHULIHONUA. Now, they took KANEHULIHONUA, and the gods took him up in the ahupua'a of Kane Ohe. You get KANEHULIHONUA. They went to Kane Ohe. They went to Halekou. And they nursed him into greater health at Halekou. When he was very strong and he stood up in the sunlight, Kane, Ka'anohi Okala, he cast a shadow on the earth Papahanaumoku. And the gods captured that shadow. And they created the first kupuna wahine. That was KEAKAHULILANI. So remember now, gods gather, and from the earth, Papahanaumoku, they create. Because the earth is a female. They create the first man. It is same with the first woman, because that shadow was cast on the Aina, on the earth. All right. But the two of them then have a child, and that child is KapapaʻÍALAKA. What the mele is called, KapapaʻÍALAKA. All right, so we did the first verse, the chorus, and the second verse. So let's go to now the third verse and the last verse. So this is where the story is explained, because Papa, Haumea, and WΑKEA have big roles and responsibilities in He'eia. They are the akua of He'eia in their many kinolau body forms. Haumea, Kamehaʻikana, and then you have the other kupua that come from Ahupua'a of He'eia. So now this continues in the MOʻOKØʻAUHAU. We have Kahikoluamea, and of course his wahine counterpart, and that is Kupulana Kehau. Now Kahikoluamea, who is a mo'opuna of KapapaʻÍALAKA, and Kupulana Kehau have three sons. They have WΑKEA, they have Lihau'ula, and they have Makulukulu Kalani, aka Maku'u. Well, these are the kupuna of the goddess Lilinoi. The goddess Lilinoi of Mauna Kea. They are also the mo'opuna, the descendants of the chief KapapaʻÍALAKA of He'eia on the island of Oahu, and his parents directly from the Akua, realm of Aumakua. They become Kanaka, and they are KANEHULIHONUA and KEAKAHULILANI. So you see how Hakumele takes the words, the Olelo, and the MOʻOʻŌLELO and the history, weaves haku, formats ho'ohaku haku, to create mele. You start from the beginning and you weave it until its completion. So the mele is about the genealogy, the mo'okūauhau of KapapaʻÍALAKA. So of course, out in Ko'amokumoko o He'eia, aka Kaneohebe, original name, Ko'amokumoko o He'eia. So out there in Ko'amokumoko o He'eia, and Ko'amokumoko o He'eia is a Pele name for our family through Pele's sister, Malulani. Ko'amokumoko o He'eia is the rightful name. So, again, the story is important to why the kupuna of He'eia fight for the Aina and the Kai. Because they are not just land and sea, they are the embodiment of our own kupuna. We come from these ancient people who were esteemed into their God and goddesshood through transfiguration, known as kakuai, became gods and goddesses, but their living flesh, blood, and bone mo'opuna still are here. He iwi, he i'o, he koko. The flesh, bones, and blood of those ancient ones. Ola mauno continue to live in a mo'opuna, in their descendants, their grandchildren. And we carry the names, we carry the names today of all those ancient people, to continually be a reminder to our connection to those things. Mo'opuna are named Pele, Hi'iaka, Malulani, Ka'ohelo. Of those kupuna that were here in He'eia, of Pikoi Alala, of Kamehaʻīkana, those names are still here within the ohana. And it should be that way for every ohana, if they had kupuna to guide them, to keep them in this pilina mau a mau, pilipono i ke akua, pilipono ina auma kua, pilipono ina kupuna, pilipono i ka aina, pilipono no me kako ke kahi. So this is the mo'o'olelo, because when I write a mele, it's important for me to tell that story, that mo'o'olelo. And as it says, to tell the story in truth. Use the olelo kupuna to tell the story in truth. That blessed language that comes from our akua will set things in its proper order. I ka olelo kupuna ka oia i'o, na ka olelo akua i ho'oponopono. So I'm going to sing them one more time. And then we're going to pau kapapa today. And this is Kumukawai Kapapaʻīalaka here at Woodward Community College, where you can come and learn the mele, the songs, the mo'o'olelo, the stories and the histories, especially about our aina kupuna, our ancestral land. Many generations of oiwi hanau o ka aina that still remain here, that still get to kule on the land. We're not transplant yet. We're from the aina. We're from the kupua. We're from the kupuna. We're from the akua. He mele he aloha no na kupuna kahiko no he ia no KANEHULIHONUA me KEAKAHULILANI KEAKAHULILANI KAPAPA'ÍALAKA O ka wā mamua pono O ka wā mahope pono I ka ʻōlelo kupuna ka oia I ono na ka ʻōlelo akua pono pono. No ka puku ia kua, na ka vai na o a kane. No ke one kea, o ka haka ea. No ka lepo ele ele, ha uli uli. No ka lepo alaia, ke kupuna kahi koloa. O ka wā mamua, mamua pono. O ka wā mahope, mahope pono. Ka ʻōlelo kupuna, ka oia I ono. Na ka ʻōlelo akua, e hoʻopono pono. No ka hiko lua mea, no kupulana ke hau. WΑKEA lihau ula, me makulu kulu kalani. Na kupuna ke ia, o lili noe, o MAUNA KEA. Na moʻopuna no Kapapaʻīalaka, mahe e ia. O ka wā mamua, mamua pono. O ka wā mahope, mahope pono. I ka ʻōlelo kupuna, ka oia I ono. Na ka ʻōlelo akua, e hoʻopono pono. Na ka ʻōlelo akua, e hoʻopono pono. Na ka ʻōlelo akua, e hoʻopono pono. And there you go, my children. You have now the mele, Kapapaʻīalaka. You have the entire genealogy. So when you say this kupuna is ignorant, and how dare you compare Mauna Kea to Ahualaka, now you know. Without Kapapaʻīalaka and his sacred shrine, the embodiment of KANEHULIHONUA and KAPAPA'īALAKA, KEAKAHULILANI, there would never be a Mauna Kea. It goes back to our kupuna, who gave birth in their enlightenment to all of these things. So with that, I'm going to say aloha ahui ho kākou. Nā kia kua no ka mālama, ka ho'ola me ka ho'omaikai. Ahui ho kākou me ke aloha until our next fabulous mele and mo'o.